So it's my last day that I'll be walking for probably about a year. And if you want to know how you enjoy the last day you spent walking when you went a year in bed rest, and now you know how you have a year ahead of you, the answer is you don't enjoy it at all. You grieve through it, you hate every second of it, and you just walk crying and hating what's to come. Because recovery is miserable. Oh, the same 99% of people that have disappointed me since the day I was born still surprise, happy birthday to me. So that 99% of people, they ain't changing. I'm over it. So for all of you who have 99% of the people that leave you, stop trying. They ain't gonna change. Their hearts aren't gonna harden or soften or change or whatever. They don't care. You could beg for anything. You could beg to not be homeless. You could beg for toiletries. You could beg for bare necessities. You could beg for food. You could beg for anything. Some pot because you're nauseous 24/7 and all you do is puke and you can't even eat. You could beg for a chiropractor because you need alignment. Nobody gives a shit. And that's the bottom line. So you need to get over that 99% of your life. You say thank you, Jesus, that he closed the door on those 99% of the people that he did not mean for you to ever have in your life, and you move forward. But no, you don't enjoy your last day walking before another year of not walking and just being on a walker. You don't enjoy it one bit. You feel miserable and you hate every second of it. But you do it because next year when you can't freaking do it, you're like, hey, I wish I walked that one last time. So it's the last time I'll look normal in public for quite a while. I'll enjoy my summer. I'll be able to put on floats or anything. I've already figured out I can't do any of most of what I enjoy or whatever. It's irrelevant now, but yeah, you don't enjoy it. There's no, yay, it's my last day, let's have fun. No, you're grieving your ass off because what you just went through was only 50% of how long you'll be in bed. You couldn't even imagine how long it lasted the first time, but here you go again. And now you know for a fact you have 1% of the humans in your whole life. You know that for a fact because 99% of them have proven through everything, no matter what, they will never, ever turn their cold hearts, ever. So now you know you're moving forward with the 1% of your life. Get it through the next freaking halfway through healing, right? And it's miserable. Absolutely miserable. So this will be the last time people think I'm normal walking through here, because by the next time I see me, I'll be on a walker every day for the next 9 to 12 months. Even a walker from my bed to the toilet. So today I want to pretend to be normal for a little bit, because the best thing I ever did with my 37 years was master the art of pretending. So everyone always thought I was okay, but nothing had ever been okay. So I decided to take the day to just pretend I'm okay. So, yeah, the 4th of July, I couldn't get out of bed really, couldn't do anything. Amber and Mike were here and Adam were here. I was thankful they made dinner, but I was utterly useless, as I am 90% of every single day of my life for a year, and will be for the next year. So when you think you're only 50% of the way through, there's no happy, yay, have a last day of walking. It's more like, wow, halfway through, fucking awesome, because nobody I knew my whole life was there the first half. Great, you get to go through a whole goddamn second half. I don't have the attention span, I don't have the desire energy or anything at this point to get through 50% more, but I just did while trying to detox. And I just keep crossing roads, praying to God one of them will plow me down. Again, that's not suicidal. I'll never kill myself because I believe in heaven and hell. If there wasn't a heaven and hell, you wouldn't even know me at this point, but I do, so I'd never kill myself. But as far as wanting to be alive, this life is fucking miserable. And it's only halfway through the fucking misery. So a whole nother year of just laying in bed 90% of the time, getting up just to use the bathroom, being able to do literally nothing. It makes you a miserable partner, a miserable parent, a miserable friend. It just makes you a miserable human. Because you got nothing to offer, because you're pouring out of a cup that's so far beyond empty that you literally have nothing to offer anyone in the world left. And you're exhausted, you're mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted, and now all the brains are fucking with your brain. Because no one should be on 20 pharmaceuticals a day, because the pharmaceutical company is the devil. So you just lay in bed the next fucking year. You know, cool. I used to leave bed to exercise to cause myself excruciating pain. And I lay in bed with seizures the rest of the day, recuperating from that excruciating pain that a little bit of PT caused me. So today I'm miserable. It's my last day of walking. And Monday, fun day's recovery. I'm telling you, the pharmaceutical companies are the freaking devil. The longer you're on them, the longer you're screwed, the harder it is to get off, the longer it takes, the longer you suffer. Because you can't be on drugs, it's impossible. So all I want to do is walk till I drop. Which, my birthday, because my body just shuts off. I slept with my eyes open and mouth open and shut down. And missed the 4th of July, couldn't see fireworks, couldn't watch the lake. Like I missed every holiday and every single thing this whole year and will the next year too. That's awesome. It's awesome having a relationship when you can't function or do a damn thing and miss literally everything, and awesome being a mom when you can't function in any human way possible. And then remission is just poop, you're halfway through, yay. But detoxing, it's all the same symptoms of your freaking disease. Because the only thing worse than actual diseases caused by your brain are the pharmaceutical companies. That's another year of absolute fucking hell. I have no desire to go home or be around my family or anyone. Because all I could do is be miserable. That's what happens when 20 pills you're on after remission, but there ain't a doctor in the world to tape you off. Because there ain't a doctor in the world to even put you on the right pills. I don't even know how this next year is gonna go if I don't sabotage and crash and burn my whole life. It'll be interesting to see. I was exhausted way before this, so this is not even exhaustion. This is just hate and rage and whatever comes beyond exhaustion when there's nothing left. That's what this is. And again, pharmaceuticals, all they do is screw with your mental state of mind. Not disease, not death, not famine, not poverty, not losing everything in your entire life. It's pharmaceuticals on your brain, destroying your brain. I don't even want to freaking go home ever again. I just want to walk. So I shut down. I did that on my birthday and started having seizures and stuff around someone who's going to be a new friend and join our church family, but God is good. But I was not and can't be in public without being a seizuring fool. So, out of every friend in my entire life, I had my whole life, making it so clear I can't even eat without pot or not be so nauseous that I cannot throw up. Not one single person from birth gave me that $20 to get a joint or sent a joint, so that was cool. But at this point, everybody's seen me go a year malnutrition with no food for me or my son. So what the hell do they care if on my birthday I also can't eat and I'm nauseous the whole day, and it's one of the 7 to 10 days I go all the time without eating. What does anyone freaking care, right? So at this point, I feel really sorry for all of you that had lives anything like mine that led to your trauma, because all you could feel is hate and rage and disappointment. And now you're 50% of the way through, and the year ahead of you looks hopeless, because anything you ever had hope in your whole life proved you wrong, right? In the natural, I should say. Jesus never proves you wrong, but ain't it some shit when you get your dreams come true and you're in so much pain and so much agonizing you can't enjoy one goddamn second of it, huh? Ain't that some shit? So the good news is, even though the 99% of the people that knew me since birth continue to not give a goddamn damn about me or my son, I was able to get a joint and smoke and eat birthday cake and even eat food on my birthday. So thank you to not you 99% and the continued 1% that have sustained me, which is the only thing that sustained me. But I'm going to keep filming through recovery and all the disappointment, because I imagine most of us that got to the point of so goddamn traumatized we lost our brain, we do have a hell of a lot of people in our lives that don't give a goddamn about us. So most of us are probably all like, oh, our family, our friends, our co-workers, our everyone sucks. Yeah. I bet you didn't know how much. It's like when people hate each other and they say, I wouldn't piss to put out my enemies. I can honestly say out of the 99% of the people in my life, I don't think they would piss to put me out if I was on fire. Because they sure didn't do a hell of a lot easier. It was much simpler, so. None of these videos are going to be evangelist videos. They're going to be me being detoxing and in the natural. About people in the natural, because that's what this world is. It's not a supernatural world. It's not a God-filled world. It's not a spirit-led world. It's an evil-ass world with sunlight shining through. Now the sunlight shining through, most of it is the wolves in sheep clothing. So... I'm sorry for everyone with chronic illness realizing exactly what I did, and I'm sure you realize more and more every day. Oh yeah, that's why I lost the mind. Because 99% of the people I've known since birth do not love me. That makes sense. I'm surrounded by people that do not love me, that do not care, that are the wrong people. That's why. Hey. It was never you. It was the things done to you. Brains are born healthy. Trauma is not an inside job. Trauma's... Guess what? trauma doesn't come from strangers, a little bit, but trauma comes most from those we love and respect and trust the most. That's where the trauma comes. You can't feel deceived by a stranger. You're not like, I'm deceived that stranger will molest me or rape me or rob me. I'm so deceived by that stranger's actions. Hell no. Most of your trauma comes from the people you love and trust the most. So it's like that breach of everything. That safety, that protection. The trauma doesn't come from what was done from you. Anyone would expect anything horrible from any stranger in their lives. Our trauma doesn't come from strangers. Our trauma comes from the people we know, or the reactions of the people we know, or the situations the people we know put us in to cause the trauma. It all links back somehow to those we know. But I don't know, all of you trying to heal, it's not going to come from a damn person in your life, because the majority of them are what got you there. So it's going to come from like Jesus, and that's it, because people in the natural, there ain't nothing to like about the natural. So that's why I want to spread my website, because for anyone that doesn't have Jesus, God, not a thread of hope to stand on. But I'm gonna go swimming because it's my last day walking or swimming or doing anything without a walker. In fact, you can't even buy a walker online without typing in senior citizen walker, because that's the only way they come up. So it's amazing that you waste so much time in your life caring about things you don't have to care about, worrying about things, stressing about things. In the end, none of it matters. Like, we live and we die so fast, and none of it mattered, because almost everyone you met your whole life doesn't give a goddamn about if you're homeless, if you lose your kids, if you starve, if you're suffering, if you can't get serious medical attention. No one really gives a damn. So you live your whole life worried about people and stressing out and blah, 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 blah. That's the same people that literally don't give a goddamn about you. You just waste your whole life making money for corporations that don't give a damn about you, and you get to be old, and that's where regret and sorrow sweeps in. It's the resentment of a life lived without purpose. You become an adult and you realize none of your life ever had purpose, because I realized I had 37 years purposeless, you know. Most people have to get to 70, 80, 90 and they realize they had no purpose, because the company they worked for didn't care. The family like friends, they're not real. They're not real at all. It's the fakest thing in the world. You tell me the closest 10 people to me in my entire life since birth, I'll tell you they're the first 10 people that turn their back on me and want nothing to do with me. Out of the people that betrayed me or deceived me or let me down or disappointed me, it was all the people that I thought, no way, that could never happen. But we're all living in deception. That's why all you're supposed to do is just focus on like you and your walk with Jesus. Because you're not supposed to make friends. You're not supposed to make boyfriends. You're not supposed to make girlfriends. You're not supposed to make co-worker friends. You're not supposed to make anything. All you're supposed to do is surrender and submit to Jesus, and then let him steer the ship, because you know nothing about nothing, because all we do is the law of entropy, that anything left up to its own destruction will and can and self will destruct. It's law of entropy is anything left to its own destruction can and will self-destruct. Yeah, and that's the human race. That's all of us. So literally the only thing we could do is not pay attention to our parents, our children, our spouses, our bosses, our careers, ourselves, anything, and just be like, all right, Jesus, you do this, because this life is hell. I don't want nothing to do with it. Just use me as a vessel to get me through it to heaven, so I could just pass on by, because anything outside of you is just evil hell, because this world, the cruelness in this world, I wish every day for the rapture. Every single day I say, God, this world is too evil. We can never be saved. Bring upon the rapture. I was eating these berries the other day because I like to pick random berries and herbs and anything I find. And I offer them to someone else after eating a bunch. And they're like, actually, those are poisonous berries. I was like, well, I ate them. They tasted all right. They're a little bitter. Just made me think of that because I keep passing them now randomly. I used to pick any random berry I saw and eat it. And I'm going to swim out to the pier. And I'm excited because I haven't swam except at the YMCA. And I just feel like at this point, God ain't going to let me die. So I might as well do whatever I want, you know. Sorry. No. And it's completely empty, exactly what I wanted. All I wanted was just like be alone and in nature and just me and Jesus. I'm like over the world. Honestly, I wouldn't want anything to do with ministry if it wasn't for the strangers I met whose hearts are so pure of God that you can't help but to want to help. I am going to swim to the pier, and I will see you guys later. And yeah, this message is negative because the world is negative, and because that's the harsh world we live in. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day.